Good morning, welcome to the next podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. Hope you've had a good week. It's been a pretty warm week here, I have to say, with the third heat wave of the year. But thankfully this morning it's a little bit cooler. Anyway, well done to England, who thrashed India in their 5 T20 matches. Beat them 4-0 with the first one rained off. Well done to England last night to get into the semi-finals of the World Cup. So England are starting to rule the world. Haha. Anyway, onwards and upwards for bits and pieces that have arrived. I'm just going to go back onto something I showed the other week, which was this lovely signed Leonard Hobbs. Thank you very much for your kind words at the funeral of his father, Sir Jack, the Master. So a nice thing there, but I did show you the memorial service for the programme for memorial service, which was held on the Thursday 20th of February 1964 at Southwark, I think it was, near Southwark Cathedral. And what I couldn't find at the time was the eulogy on there. So there's the eulogy, which was read by Harry Altham. And I was reading through it yesterday, and I just come to this passage here. How great that supremacy is now and for all time cricket history. We made more runs and more centuries than any other batsman. At the age of 42, he made 3,000 runs and 16 centuries in one season, 10 of them in 12 matches of it. In 14 test series covering 23 years, his aggregate of runs was over 5,000 and his average was over 50. His 12 centuries against Australia are still a record. And is in his opening partnership of 323 with Wilfred Rhodes on the famous tour of which, under his friend and great admirer Wilfred Rhodes, Plum Warner rather, England recovered the Ashes. So it's just a nice little passage there of what Harry Altham wrote out or read out at the funeral service for Jack Hobbs. Anyway, so I found that now, so they can go in together now, so I'll be able to find them again. So anyway, bits have turned up this week, some great bits this week I have to say. We've got here a nice postcard there of Godstone, which is not very far away. Godstone, there's the Tucks postcard there. We got 1953, September 1953 written on the back of it. So a nice view there of the ground at Godstone to add to the other ones. Nice score sheet here with Surrey County Cricket Club 1990. We've got 10 on there, and I've got most of them. I think it's just this one here I'm a little bit stumped by. We've got on there Chris Bullen, played with some of these people. Jeff Arnold, Ian Gregg, Alex Stewart, Hendricks, Bicknell, Medley-Cott, David Ward and Monty Lynch. So it's just this one here that I'm just struggling to find who that is or identify who that is. There's a few on the back there as well, but I don't know what they are. Anyway, so that's a nice little signature sheet there. The other couple of nice things have turned up this week. There's some books from the prolific James Merchant over there in Australia. We've got Fred Spothoff as viewed a century on, with images and ephemera. So that's quite a good little book there with Fred Spothoff. He's kindly put the same number again here, 16, so signed by James there. Some very interesting images there that we haven't seen before, so quite nice to have a look at that in a plate there with Spothoff and that lovely statue. What else have we got in here? Some nice bits there. We've got the team there of the Australian team of, what's that, 1880. 1878 one there. So he's done some pretty good research on this one as James again. So very pleased to have been handed that one. And he's started a little series here of monographs. This one's the first one. Got Frank Allen, Australian bowler. The bowler of the century it's got written down there. So there's plenty of lovely bits and pieces in here as well. A bit of a statistical job as well. So some nice images there again of Frank Allen. So I'm looking forward to reading that, James. That'd be great. But anyway, the really nicest thing that's turned up this week is this lovely stereo card here. Lovely card, I have to say, and it's actually of the second Test match 1907 at Melbourne, when the Master Jack Hobbs made his debut. And we've got on the scoreboard there, well actually I put this into AI this morning and it said it was Jack Hobbs and Fane opening the batting, but it's not that, because they're already out on there for 0 and what did it get? 0 and 28, Hobbs got 28, so Gunn rather got 0. And we've actually got Fane and Hutchins batting, and Fane is on 33 and Hutchins on 24. We can see that scoreboard there. I mean, when I get the viewer onto it, you'll be able to see it more clearly, but you can do it under a magnifying glass. It's by Underwood and Underwood, 1907 Test match at Melbourne, as I said. And a great Test match it was. It was, what else have we got on here? I've got England won by 1 wicket after the first Test was won by 2 wickets by Australia. This one was won by 1 wicket by England. And I'm just going to read this little bit of passage here with the scorebook from the Wisden scorebook. It's got had cover point Haslett thrown accurately at the winning as the winning run was being scampered, this match would have provided Test cricket with its final tie. It says John Berry Hobbs batted 195 minutes in the first of his 102 Test innings. Hutchins, playing in the second Test, reached his only Test 100 for England in 128 minutes. His second 50 taking 43 minutes. So it was a pretty good Test match and a good series. So I'm really pleased to get hold of that, I've got to say. There's all the information's on that board. It's Noble bowling, and they've taken a quick run to, I'm using it mid off, and someone's going to try and field it. I don't know who it is, but he's going to try and run him out, but he didn't run him out, so that was it. But yeah, that's a fantastic little addition to the collection this week, and some nice research to go with it, so that's fantastic. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that little one with a bit of information and what have you. So have a good week, and I'll see you on the next one. I hope you've enjoyed this one. Cheers.